slow down, Chrisean. And then like when I was taking him out the video, I wish he would have recorded the whole thing for real. Like the whole like how I was trying to get him out.
First of all, Blueface, keep me out y'all bullshit. Keep my name out your mouth, cause I don't play with kids.
Something just detonated in internet drama land. And no, this is not your average, he said. She said celebrity food fight. This is gasoline, fireworks, and a live microphone thrown into the middle of a social media hurricane. One comment, just one reckless, spicy, questionably timed comment about Junior, and the entire situation went from messy to five-alarm chaos in record time. Screenshots started flying, reaction videos multiplied like rabbits on energy drinks, and timelines turned into digital war zones. Chrisean did not take it lightly. Not medium, not spicy, nuclear. We're talking emotional earthquake levels. Meanwhile, an NLE Choppa tossed what looked like a casual jab, but it landed like a bowling ball through a glass coffee table. And just when people thought it couldn't get louder, Blueface entered the chat like a siren with Wi-Fi and a grudge. This isn't gossip. This is spectacle. This is the kind of chaos that makes reality TV producers jealous and grip chats go silent. Because when children, reputations, and egos collide online, nobody logs off quietly. Buckle up. This gets wilder by the minute, and somehow, messier every hour. The internet didn't just wake up, it detonated. Timelines were on fire, grip chats were screaming, and reaction channels were sprinting like they heard ad revenue alarms going off. One comment, one badly timed, badly received. Why dash would dash you dash even dash type dash that remark? And suddenly the entire celebrity drama ecosystem flipped upside down like a table in a reality TV reunion special. Nobody eased into this story. We all got shoved into it at full speed with sirens on. The controversy started when a clip began circulating tied to an NLE Choppa that viewers interpreted as a jab connected to Junior. Now, whether the delivery was sarcasm, misjudged humor, or something taken out of context, the internet does not run on patience. Social media runs on outrage, espresso, and screenshots. Within minutes, the clip was reposted, recaptioned, and reinterpreted so many times it basically had multiple personalities. Every repost added more heat and less nuance. People didn't ask, "What happened?" They asked, "Who are we mad at?" That's the modern process. And then came the emotional shockwave. Chrisean's reaction wasn't mild, measured, or media trained. It was raw, loud, and immediate. The kind of response that doesn't come from a PR handbook. It comes straight from the chest. When family feels brought into public jokes or commentary, especially involving sensitive topics, the temperature jumps from 0 to volcano in seconds. No buffer, no filter, no delay. You could almost see the internet lean forward at the same time like a movie audience during a plot twist. Because everyone knew instantly, this was not going to stay small. This was not going to be handled quietly. This was about to become a full-scale digital collision. Reaction pages started pumping out posts like emergency broadcasters. "This just happened," she responded. He clapped back. Every account suddenly became a breaking news station with emojis. Meanwhile, viewers transformed into investigators with Wi-Fi. People were zooming into audio clips, slowing down video, analyzing tone like forensic scientists of pettiness and context. Oh, context packed its bags and left early. Some viewers insisted the remark crossed a line that should never be approached. Others argued the clip was incomplete and misleading. A third group, the professional chaos spectators, didn't care what was true as long as it was loud. Those are the people who treat drama like a sport and controversy like halftime entertainment. But here's what made this situation explode faster than usual: history. This isn't a clean slate cast of strangers. These names already come with backstory, fan armies, critics, and highlight reels of past conflicts. So when tension appears, it doesn't start at level 1. It starts at level 8 with bonus fuel. Old clips resurfaced instantly. Old arguments got reposted like flashback episodes. People started connecting and related dots with the confidence of conspiracy theorists and zero hesitation. According to some threads, This wasn't just a comment, this was part of a pattern, long-running disrespect, and proof of hidden motives social media detectives were building. Entire cinematic universes off 15 seconds of audio. And right on schedule. Blueface entered the storm. Not quietly, not gently, not diplomatically. The response energy was direct and confrontational, the digital version of stepping into the ring instead of tweeting from the locker room. That's when the drama leveled up from emotional to explosive. Because now it wasn't just about whether a line was crossed, it was about retaliation, respect, and reputation. At that moment, the audience split into tribes. Supporters framed the outrage as justified defense. Critics called the escalation unnecessary. Fence-sitters posted the classic "everybody needs to calm down" comment that nobody listens to. And engagement numbers skyrocketed like a crypto coin during a rumor. Let's be honest, outrage travels faster than facts. Always has. Always will. If the internet were a city, outrage would be the bullet train and verification would be a guy jogging behind it tying his shoes. Live streamers jumped in. Commentary channels went live. Titles got more dramatic by the minute. Apparently every 5 minutes brought a new development, even when the development was just someone reposting the same clip with louder background music. If exaggeration were electricity, the grid would have overloaded. Memes began spawning like they were generated in a laboratory. Some were funny, some were brutal, some were so fast you could tell people had templates ready. Internet humor has no warm-up stretch. It sprints immediately. Within hours, the situation had been turned into parody edits, fake movie posters, and mock sports commentary graphics. But underneath the jokes, the tone stayed tense. Because whenever controversy touches family topics, audiences don't treat it like regular celebrity shade. The rules change. The reaction intensity doubles. Even longtime drama fans started saying, "Okay, this one's different." And that difference is what kept viewers glued. No one wanted to log off because every refresh promised a new reaction, a new post, a new escalation. It felt less like scrolling and more like watching a live series unfold in real time. Except nobody had the script and everybody had a microphone. What made things even more chaotic was the interpretation war. One side said the remark was malicious. Another said it was misinterpreted. A third said the clip was edited. A fourth said the edit didn't matter. By hour 2, people weren't debating facts, they were debating meanings, tones, intentions, and facial expressions like behavioral analysts with ring lights. And through all of it, the volume kept rising. This wasn't just trending, it was dominating conversation lanes across multiple platforms at once. When drama jumps platforms, you know it's serious. That's the digital version of crossing state lines. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The reactions were only the opening act. Because behind the public posts, behind the captions, behind the loud responses, something else was building. More screenshots, more statements, more people preparing to speak. Just when people thought the drama had reached maximum volume, the internet grabbed the knob and twisted it clean off. Because this wasn't just a reaction anymore, it became a full digital pylon mixed with celebrity chess, fan army warfare, and meme factory overdrive. The situation didn't cool down, it multiplied. Within hours, the clip had been reposted so many times it basically qualified for frequent flyer miles. Every platform had its own version, its own captions, its own spin. Some edits made it look harsher. Some edits made it look lighter. Others added dramatic music like this was a trailer for Fast and Furious. Timeline drift, context was sliced, diced, seasoned, and served depending on which side the uploader supported. And the reaction creators? Oh, they clocked in early and stayed late. You had whisper narrators treating it like a federal case file. You had loud commentators treating it like a pay-per-view grudge match. You had neutral analysts trying to be balanced and getting yelled at by both sides for not being angry enough. Nobody survives neutrality during viral conflict. The algorithm demands emotion, not moderation. Celebrity side characters started entering the chat too. You know the type: adjacent names, industry friends, podcast talkers, livestream roamers, people who hover near the circle of fame like satellites waiting for a signal. Some posted cryptic messages. Some posted warning quotes. Some posted popcorn emojis like professional spectators of chaos. Nothing fuels speculation like a vague post with a thinking face emoji. Fans began translating subtweets like ancient prophecy. This line is about him. No, that's about her. No, that's about the situation. Entire debates formed around posts that didn't even contain names. Social media has turned reading between the lines into an Olympic sport. Meanwhile, meme culture shifted into its final form, savage remix mode. Edits compared the escalation speed to reality show reunion fights. One viral joke said this argument developed faster than a streaming service documentary. Another claimed the timeline needed a referee and a timeout whistle. Humor hit hard, but tension stayed underneath like bass in a seeker. Supporters on all sides became digital defense attorneys. Threats longer than movie scripts appeared overnight. Receipts were posted. Old interviews resurfaced. Forgotten livestream clips re-emerged like buried treasure, except the treasure was more drama. People weren't just arguing, they were presenting exhibits. They were presenting exhibits. And the tension between private issue and public platform became its own argument. Some viewers said family-related topics should never become online battlegrounds. Others said once comments are public, reactions will be public too. That philosophical debate ran parallel to the chaos like a documentary narrator nobody could hear over the shouting. The audience numbers told the real story though. Views surged. Clips spread. Searches climbed. Whether people were angry, supportive, critical, or confused, they were watching. Attention is the currency. And this situation was printing money. But beneath the noise, something more strategic started forming. Not louder, smarter. You could sense that the next moves wouldn't just be emotional, they'd be calculated. Because when reputations feel threatened, strategy replaces impulse real quick. By now the noise wasn't just loud, it had structure. This wasn't random chaos anymore. This was organized digital warfare with factions, narratives, and strategic messaging. The kind of moment where every post, every silence, every emoji gets analyzed like it's a treaty negotiation. Because when controversy reaches this level, it stops being emotional and starts being tactical. You could practically feel the shift. Early reactions were raw and explosive. Now the tone started sharpening into positioning. Statements became more measured. Words got more careful. Delivery got more deliberate. That's how you know the advisors, friends, and behind-the-scenes voices stepped into the room and said, "All right, enough gasoline. Let's talk damage control." Because make no mistake, reputation is currency, and controversy is an unexpected audit. Fans started asking the bigger questions. Not just who said what, but what does this change? Does this affect collaborations, appearances, industry relationships, brand friendliness? Public perception is like glass. Once cracked, even if repaired, the line is still visible under the right light. And the internet owns a lot of bright lights. Some supporters doubled down harder than ever, defending their favorite like a championship corner team between rounds. Loyalty posts flooded timelines. Long captions, emotional arguments, video essays with background piano music and dramatic pauses. The message was clear. Nobody was switching sides quietly. Critics, on the other hand, treated the moment like validation. "We tried to tell you." That phrase showed up everywhere. Receipts were reposted like anniversary photos. Old controversies got dusted off and reintroduced like returning villains in a sequel. Because online, history never expires. It just waits for a trending moment to respond. Meanwhile, neutral observers, that rare species, started talking about escalation culture itself. How every celebrity disagreement now transforms into a multi-platform event with reaction layers stacked like a wedding cake of outrage. One tire for the clip. One tire for the response. One tire for the reactions to the response. And candles on top made of rumors. And through all of this, audience trust became the hidden battlefield because viewers aren't just watching drama anymore, they're evaluating character. Who seems sincere? Who seems reckless? Who seems reactive? Who seems strategic? Modern celebrity culture isn't just performance, it's perception management under pressure. One wrong tone can cost more than 10 right sentences earn. The meme world slowed slightly, not because it ran out of jokes, but because the tone shifted from comedy to consequence. When fallout starts becoming real, even the joke factories pause to see where the pieces land. Satire thrives on absurdity, but consequences make things heavier. Industry watchers begin weighing into, not always publicly, but through subtle signals, follows, unfollows, likes, silence. You'd be surprised how much interpretation people squeeze out of a missing heart icon. Social media behavior is now read like body language at a poker table. Then came the prediction crowd, the drama forecasters. The ones saying this will lead to interviews, diss tracks, podcast callouts, or surprise sit-downs. Some predicted reconciliation arcs. Others predicted long-term grudges. The internet loves forecasting celebrity weather, even when it's wrong. It sounds confident, but here's the deeper layer most people miss. Controversy reshapes relationship dynamics behind closed doors first, and public narratives second. Because while the audience sees posts, the real conversations happen offline. Phone calls, messages, warnings, advice, strategy talks. Not everything dramatic is loud. Some of it is whispered. And whispers sometimes matter more. Public perception also started splitting into two timelines. One timeline saw justified outrage and emotional defense. The other saw preventable escalation and public overexposure. Same event, two completely different documentaries playing in people's heads. That's the algorithmic mirror effect. It shows you the version that matches your bias and calls it truth. Engagement numbers stayed high, but sentiment became more complex. Less screaming, more judgment. Less reaction, more evaluation. The audience moved from shock to assessment. That's phase 3 of viral controversy, when people stop yelling and start deciding how they feel long-term. Because attention is temporary, image is cumulative, and let's talk about longevity impact. Moments like this don't always end careers, but they do rewrite chapters. They become reference points. Future interviews will include it. Future critics will cite it. Future supporters will defend against it. It becomes part of the public file whether anyone likes it or not. Some viewers called for private resolution. Others demanded public accountability. That debate alone could power a 3-hour panel discussion and to sponsored live streams. Privacy versus publicity, the eternal tug-of-war in influencer and celebrity ecosystems. Everyone wants transparency until transparency gets uncomfortable. The most interesting twist, though, is curiosity didn't drop, it deepened. People weren't just asking what happened. They were asking what happens next. Because unresolved tension is the internet's favorite subscription plan. Cliffhangers outperform conclusions every time. And there are always more layers waiting. More contacts that might surface. More responses that might drop. More angles that haven't hit the timeline yet. Drama rarely ends, it pauses between uploads. Right now, everyone involved stands at a crossroads of narrative. One path leads to escalation, another leads to reframing, another leads to silence and time passing. Each option sends a different message. Each message writes a different headline later. But if history has taught us anything about online celebrity conflict, it's this: nobody truly controls the story once the audience grabs it. The crowd edits the script in real time. And the crowd never sleeps. If you made it this far, congratulations! You just survived another episode of Celebrity Chaos where one comment turned into a digital wildfire. 10 reaction videos, 50 think pieces, and enough memes to power the internet for a week. This wasn't just drama. This was premium, high-octane, algorithm-approved madness. And the wild part? These situations never end where people think they do. They always come back louder, messier, and somehow with better thumbnails. Now I want to hear from you. Was this blown out of proportion? Or was the backlash inevitable? Did the reactions go too far? Or was the line already crossed? Drop your take in the comments and don't play it safe. This is not a library, this is the arena. The comment section is the courtroom and the jury is wide awake. If you enjoy breakdowns that hit harder than a headline and cut deeper than a subtweet, hit that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe like breaking news depends on it. Turn on notifications like you're guarding the last slice of pizza. Because scandals don't take holidays, controversy doesn't sleep. And celebrity meltdowns definitely don't send calendar invites. We post the chaos, decode the noise, and serve the madness fresh every time. No sugarcoating, no boring summaries, just pure, unfiltered spectacle with receipts, reactions, and reality checks. Stay locked in, stay loud, and stay curious because the next celebrity storm is already forming off the coast of the timeline. Welcome to the madness, celeb insanity, where the drama clocks in daily sanity, where the drama clocks in daily.